What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Bonnie and this is my channel where I talk about all things lifestyle and DIY. So if you're interested in either of those, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on those notifications. But today I'm going to share with you guys a super easy and cheap way to do a DIY gallery when you're on a budget. So if you guys want to see that, let's get to the video. So I do want to mention before I go into all of the details is that this is my version of a DIY budget-friendly gallery wall, and I'm not entirely sure if you can consider it a gallery wall since there's only 3 photos, but I knew I wanted something in my front entryway that kind of gave it a little more life. And made it a little more personal, I suppose. So when you come through the front door, there was just this blank wall, and I wanted something to be there. And it's so funny because at our previous home, I had 0 pictures up in my house, and one of my friends pointed it out, which I thought was hilarious. But they were right. They were absolutely right. We had 0 pictures. The last family photos that we took were of only Twan, Landon, and myself, so we have not took any family pictures with Adrian in it, and she's almost 4, so whoops. Time definitely got away from us for the family photos, so I want to make it a priority this year to get family photos done. However, since Twan's gone, we couldn't really do family photos, so I decided to take a couple of photos of the kids, and I will show you guys that in a little bit here, but yeah. Let's go ahead and start talking about what I did. So I was on the hunt for some frames for this gallery wall, and I knew I wanted them to be large and I wanted 3 of them. So kind of just look at your area and see what you want and what size that you will need. So I think I needed something at least 16 by 20, and in order to fit 3 of them on the wall, it could be no bigger than that. And I just wanted it to be like a statement wall, like, oh my goodness, these beautiful photos, and all of that stuff. So yeah, I just wanted them to be bigger. And I also wanted them to be a wood tone. So I for sure wanted it to be wood. I didn't want it to be all white frames because the wall was already white. So I knew I wanted something with a wood tone in it. So I went to my local Daiso or Daiso store. If you guys don't have one, I have seen frames for super cheap at Target in the Bullseye Playground section. Actually today I just saw them, and I want to say they're 16 by 20. They do have like a print of an animal, I want to say like a cheetah or a leopard, and some like sayings in them or whatever, but obviously you can take those out. So I do want to mention that those frames, as well as the frames that I got from Daiso, they're plexiglass. So they're not real glass, which is probably why they're extra cheap. So the ones at Target were only $5, which is actually cheaper than the ones that I purchased. Mine were $6 a piece. But if you don't see them at those stores, or if you don't have Daiso or you don't see them at Target, I did see some at like Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and Home Goods for around $13 a piece. So double the price, or a little more than double the price than I paid for mine, but definitely better than $20, which is what it would be at Michael's when they're 50% off. So anyways, couple options for you guys there to be able to find some frames for your gallery wall, but let's go ahead and put this wall together and see what it looks like. So this is what the frame looks like that I got from Daiso. So unfortunately they didn't have a full wood one, but this one is like a faux wood with a white frame around it. And my original plan was to keep the matte frame that is on here, but unfortunately with the size of the photo and the way that they were printed, I was unable to keep them, but I think it still turned out really well for not being able to have a matte frame around it. So these particular frames did have a film cover on both sides, so make sure that you remove them. It does have instructions on how to do that, but you literally just pull it off. Just be careful not to scratch your plexiglass after the protective layer has come off. So I had already put up one frame, and my thought process on how to make sure that they were equal distance away from the sides of the wall and equal distance away from apart, or how far they are apart from each other. The first frame was about 3 inches away from the edge of the wall. So then I measured 3 inches from the left side of the frame, or the far left frame, 3 inches in from that side of the wall, and I marked where that was the side of the frame was going to be. And then I marked from the floor up to where the screw should be in order to align with the other screws from the far right frame. I then marked where the screws were going to be for the center frame, and then make sure that the sides were equal distance apart from both of the side frames. So this is what they look like without any photos in them. Super cute, right? So that was definitely something that I had to change. And if you don't know, Tuan usually does photography. For those of you guys who don't know Tuan, Tuan's my husband. He usually does photography on his free time, but it's been very non-existent lately. So we do have a really nice camera that I was able to take out to take some photos of the kids. So I literally got them dressed towards sunset when the sun was not so harsh, but it was overcast, so it ended up working out really well. And I took them to the beach that we always walk to every single morning, and I took some pictures of them. As you can see here, Adrian is such a sass with her poses, but I think they are hilarious. The secret to getting really good photos with my kids is to bribe them with candy. So it took about 30 minutes in total to get some really good pictures of the kids, and after that we went home and I imported them to my computer and edited them on Lightroom. So I ended up buying some presets from Lou and Marks, I want to say. I'll make sure to link the website down below, and they were only $6. I knew I wanted them to look darker and almost vintage-like, but not like old-fashioned vintage-like. So I had a specific look in mind that I wanted for these photos, and I definitely think the presets that I purchased from them did the trick. Once I was happy with the way the photos were edited, I went onto Walgreens.com and I started placing my order. It was really simple to do, and they actually had a promo for photos at the time. So I ordered the poster size, which is a 16 by 20, and originally they're supposed to be about $19 a piece. Sorry, $18 a piece, but with the promo code, they ended up being 40% off. So purchasing 3 16 by 20 photos or posters from Walgreens only came out to be a total of like $34. So if you're looking to do a gallery wall or even just print off really large photos, make sure you check Walgreens and see if they have a promo code, and you're able to get this size and many other sizes within a same-day pickup too. So I had ordered these at like 7:30 at night, I want to say, and it was still available for same-day pickup, but I didn't want to do that to them, so I just placed my order for the next day pickup, and I got an email about 10 p.m. at night or something like that saying that my order was ready for pickup. So the turnaround time on that was fast. So here are the photos that I got from Walgreens. They are a 16 by 20, and I think they turned out extremely well for a DIY photo shoot. But I love the quality of them. I think they're super clear because I can actually see the sand grains on Landon's leg, which is ridiculous. But I think they turned out really nice. So now let's go ahead and put them into the photo frames so that they're no longer empty. I want to say that the photo frames that I purchased, because they were a gallery collage photo frame in itself already, they weren't a specific size that was standard to photos, like a 16 by 20 or a 10 by 8 or 8 by 10, 5 by 7. Anyways, you guys get the point. But I don't think it was a standard size frame, so I did have to cut down the pictures just a little bit. So in order to do that, I took the matte frame and I centered it on the photo, and then I just traced around the outside with a pencil and cut along the edges with scissors. And I repeated this step for all 3 photos. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love this little gallery wall in my front entryway. I think it's the perfect spot for it, and my kids look super cute. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did spend less than $50 on all 3 photos, including the frames. So I don't know about you guys, but I definitely think this is budget friendly for a gallery wall. If you liked this video, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you guys in the next video.